Okay, so I'm back. I'm going to finish this up a little more. It's coming along good, so it should be done in just a minute here. Okay, and I think the last piece will go right across her back. Now, essentially, what you have is a body cast. This is how you're going to make your pattern. Okay, make sure you can see this. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is draw a line down the center. This will be the center seam. What I'm doing is drawing my seams onto my doll. You just draw it right up the center, trying to make it as perfectly straight as possible. There, that's your first line. I turn her over, and I do the same thing up her back. I usually use the backbone as a guide. Like that. I draw the line where I want the bottom of the bust, the bottom of the corset to be. I'm going to put this one a bit higher. Now, keep in mind this is just a marking point. Because you need to be able to lace up the corset, I'm going to move in a little bit to make my second seam on the back. That leaves this space open for lacing. I'm not worried about this side because you only need half of the pattern. Now turning it back over. This is where you get creative. You want to make your seams to the shape of her form and make it very feminine. So I always start out on the bottom, move in towards the center of her waist, and then back up to the underbust. Right here, this is where you curve it. I usually go right over the nipple area, like that. I make a seam right up the side. It doesn't have to be perfect, these are just guides for you to cut out. Like that. And then I'll make one in between here. There. These are my corset lines. Now I need to make the hem line. I'm going to make this one like a little bit of a point, and I want it to come up over the hips. Like this. So you can see it comes down to the point in the center, and then lift up your arm. It comes up over the hips and a little bit down towards the back. My bust line, I'm actually going to make this one go straight across. There we go. So this is the meat of your corset right here. This stuff is all extra. Now, my scissors, I usually put masking tape on the doll, but I'm very careful so I know what I'm doing. I don't have to use it anymore. I recommend that you put like a piece of tape right down the center on the doll before you start with your prepping. Just little tiny snips. Now I'm not using this side, so I don't mind cutting it away, but you don't want to tear the other side.